Hello. Welcome to Inner Alchemist Tarot. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Spirit, as you're always looking out from our eyes and co-creating this place together as the dream manifested. It's us humans who sometimes turn away for whatever reason that is. But here we are, and we appreciate you coming here and being with these messages today. I started the video, but it stopped, and so I already pulled a card out, and what we already have here, as these cards are already pre-shuffled, we had the Magic Guardian come in, so we had unlock the magic within, and that's what we're doing in this channel. This is a general reading for those who tune in for the week, this week of the 9th to the 16th. And as you know, on this channel, we talk a lot about alchemy. And how do we manifest our reality is that we're connecting with source energy, and then we trust and we have faith that the larger part of us working on our behalf, and it's up to us humans to guard our thoughts as they produce emotions, and that draws what we desire to us. Sometimes things that we don't want draw us to us depending on what we're doing. So that's why it takes an alchemical process of understanding that our thoughts do create our emotions, and that creates that which is coming to us. And that's the law of magnetism. And it's an alchemical act. So here we are. What other messages do we have, Spirit? What other guardians would like to come in for this reading for this week? Unlock that magic within. And now we have the she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. So if you look at both of these guardians, they really are matching each other. We have a new moon coming up on the 17th, which is, I believe, in Cancer. And there may be some high emotions going on with you. Right? We have this archangelic energy coming in as a guardian, magic guardian, and then we have the she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. And both, this is like more of like the fiery type of color showing up already. Is that passion. It's the suit of the wands, which is the creative passion, action energy to make things happen. And, unleash the wild within, trusting that, again, there's a larger part of you. And to make yourself be whole is to go outside the limitations and boundaries in which sometimes we set ourselves in. For whatever reason, we're doing that. What other guardian would like to come in here, Spirit, for this reading? Sometimes it's good to step outside do something different. And it loosens you up. It loosens up the grip of that normality that sometimes we put the boundaries on ourselves and we don't experience the things we'd really like to experience. And that's what I'm getting from that. The she-wolf, unleash the wild within. Unlock that magic within. We're already seeing this showing up in the reading for this week. What other guardians would like to come in, Spirit, for this reading? And thank you for these messages. We trust. We have faith. We let go, let God, let the larger part of ourselves come through, and magic happens. And of course we have the star ancestors. Follow the voice of your soul. Perfect. And that's exactly what we're talking about here. Okay. So now what we're going to do, you notice if you've been following this channel, I do things differently just to try different flavors of different formats. Again, trying things different, shaking up the energies a bit. We have a sacred geometry deck here, so we're going to draw 3 cards from here, with this oracle cards here, to see what shows up and what Spirit wants us to hear for this week. So what messages do we have, Spirit, from this deck? What is it that we need to hear for this week? And remember that deep breathing is so important, especially when the emotions run high, and we have 3 coming out already. So we have the third eye chakra. Okay, so The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. Again, tuning in to the larger part of ourselves. However we do that, meditation's always a good practice to have. And then we get quiet. Sometimes if we're talking too much, we have the mental body too active, we can't hear that inner voice. The imagination, which is the larger part of ourselves, the higher mind, coming in and giving us those thoughts. That's what that is. And then tuning into the psychic power. Again, matching. This is matching. I'm going to move this over. It's matching the guardians that have showed up for us. So, the third eye chakra. The second one we have is perception. That's number 6 on the third eye chakra, which is stability. 3 and 5 is 8. That infinity, no beginning, no end. Perception, the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. And again, as we were talking earlier, is to move outside of that. It's the she-wolf, unleash the wild within, this card here. And it's stepping outside that comfort zone, the normal things of every day, and just to tap into a different part of ourselves. And the third card we have here is conception, which is 16, broken down in numerology. 6 and 1 is 7. 7's our review time, reflection time. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. Again, Source isn't doing for us. We're co-creating this place together. And so the job of the human is to work their alchemical magic, is to understand that thoughts create emotions, which create what comes to us. And it takes practice, and it takes a moment-to-moment calibration to understand that we do create our reality this way. And to understand that there's infinite potentials and possibilities. You can have and do and be anything that you want. But how do we do that? And that's what we talk about a lot on this channel. So we're going to just do some tarot here and see what messages are coming in for this week. Spirit, what do we have for our peeps who are tuning in? And again, these messages apply to when you turn into this channel, into this video. Okay. What messages do we have, Spirit, that we need to hear for this week? Take good deep breaths sometimes. Is always, when things are too difficult, stop. When you can't find the answers, don't do anything. It's not time to do. It's a time to not do. When you don't know what to do, stop. So we have 4 coming out here. So we have the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is a celebration time with others. Okay, we have the hummingbirds, the different colors of the rainbow around here. We have the spiral movement of the 3. It's the trinity, the mind, body, spirit. 3 cups. The 3 people here are raising their cups. We have the moon. We have the crescent moons on each side. And again, we're in the full moon energy coming at the end of this week too. So celebration with others. That's the 3 of Cups. And then we move on to the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a fast-moving energy. Cups is a waters, so we start looking at Pisces and Cancerian. Again, Cancer energies of this week because that new moon is in Cancer. And also Scorpio energies. It's the feelings, the relationships with others. Knight of Wands. Knights are always fast-moving energy. You can look moving forward, and look, he's moving towards those cups. And moving in a fast way. Fire signs, Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. Okay, so a fast-moving energy. And there may have been some kind of disappointment. Some of you may have gone through a disappointment with the cups. It could have been because it's related to relations, feelings, emotions, where something happened 5 in numerology is conflict and change. So you're going through a change, but there's a fast-moving energy towards this 3 of Cups in celebration with others, and the sunflowers behind them, and it's a beautiful card. Okay, so the rainbow's up here. So these 2 cups are standing up high, and the butterflies are coming out. So there is hope. You always lean towards the positive. That's part of the alchemical process, is that the negative thinking does not help at all. So, you know, it's so easy to say than do, but the thing is that when you sit and breathe and you trust, it just takes a few moments for it to pass. And then the Chariot, again, Chariot's a fast-moving, successful energy. Okay, you get the black and the white Pegasus. The number 7 showing up as well again. Just like what we did with conception. The place where everything in creation begins, that helps us to remember the infinite potentials and possibilities of this space that we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. And that is important to move away from the grief, the sorrow, this disappointment, because we have the Chariot showing up in this reading right away, and it's moving us beyond all of that. We can get some clarifier cards for this too. I'm just going to draw a couple more and see if we can what we can do with this. Okay, bring this down here. Okay. What other message do we have here, Spirit? And then we will get some clarifier cards. What other messages? And thank you for these messages. What are the messages we have here, Spirit? Oh, there's that card these are upside. Let me just flip these. What are the messages do we have here, Spirit, for this reading? And when the emotions are on high, there definitely is fast-moving energies. This week. Okay, so we have 3 more cards showing up here. And here we go. Knight of Swords. Again, moving towards, we have the Chariot, and then we have another Knight. And the Knights are usually the moving energies. Okay, so the fast-moving energies at this time, and look at the compass here. So, you know, you make your decisions. Some of you may be making decisions at this time about, you know, moving in a different direction with your life, relationships. Could possibly be a job. Swords is of the mind, so it's the air signs, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, ooh. So she is a fiery goddess. It's a feminine fire signs. The fire signs, which is Aries and Leo and Sagittarius, showing up again. And then with the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is of a masculine water signs too. So a Pisces, Cancerian, and Scorpio. So mastering emotions. It might be someone that is around you that is highly emotional, that might be affecting you. Okay. But again, the King's showing up because the King is master. He's king of his feelings, emotions, anything affecting relationships. So the Queen of Wands, she's passionate. She takes action when she needs to take action. And if you look at the Knight of Swords here, he's moving on away from that. Okay. And the King of Cups is here to cool things down. It's kind of preparing away. So you have the fire and the water. There are complements to each other. That's what I'm sensing. So let's look into this further. Let's get a little bit more clarification into these cards, and then we will finish up. Okay, so let's do that. So What are we looking at here? Spirit, what is this? What is this Three of Cups? We have the High Priestess showing up. So the Three of Cups with the High Priestess is that you're tuning in, you're allowing Source again, tapping into that, unlocking that magic within, trusting your higher, the Source coming in, trusting that you have it within you. The High Priestess, it knows it's the past, present, future, Akashic Records, understands all that, and really can dive deep into the intuition and bring the information and what you need for yourself at this time as you're celebrating with others. Emotions are on high. Again, we're moving into the Cancerian new moon, but you're tapping in. What's this Knight of Wands, Spirit? And you look at the Knight of Wands as charging headlong forward towards the High Priestess there. It's a balancing of the fire and the water elements is showing up in this reading already, and boom, look at this, the Knight of Wands. So you have the Knight of Wands again. It's moving away. So there might be some. I feel that some of you may have some relationship issues or something going on with others. It could be a spouse, it could be a partner that you are with, or, you know, again, emotions are on high this week and into next week. So, you know, charging away from that, the high action energy. But having a balancing act and going towards, because if you look at the High Priestess right here, the Knight of Wands is charging towards the High Priestess. Okay, so if there's any conflict going on with others, again, any conflict showing up with others, this is important that you tap into the magic and unlock that magic within. Unleash the wild within. It might be a time where you're going solo, just to take a break from, you know, heartache or whatever's going on. You can't push people or yourself into making things happen. You know, magnetism works in the fact that you do the alchemical process within with your thoughts and your emotions. So taming your emotions. And if you look at the Queen of Wands, she's got the lion right here. We'll look deeper into this though. So yeah, this is good. Okay, so what is this Five of Cups, Spirit? What is this Five of Cups? What are we looking at here? Yeah, it's definitely something been going on with relationships with some of you peeps. Is that there may have been some kind of disappointment or loss. It's kind of something going on with that as far as emotions. And so moving beyond that, and that's what this is, the Knight of Wands is saying here. So with the Five of Cups into the Knight of Wands, is that, again, moving on. She's fiery. She beats to her own drum. She's gonna go to that party, you know, take a break from trying to make things happen. There might have been some arguments between you. It could have been co-workers. It could have been, again, the cups, it's relationships on any level. But I'm sensing into my intuition is telling me that there's some relationships that sometimes we just need to take a break, okay? And then go and celebrate with yourself and move that energy. Unleash that wild within. Move and go beyond the comfort zone. With the edges we perceive as real, to take a good hard look at it. So that's a nice break card. Spirit, what is this Chariot card? What is this Chariot card, Spirit? Okay. Then we have the Ace of Swords. So That's exactly what we're saying, is that when you go away and you stop arguing with somebody or with others, whatever that is, and you stop beating, oh, there's that old saying, beating a dead horse. It's kind of a strange little saying, but it's true. That the Ace of Wands, the Swords is showing up is that you have a mental clarity. It's a new beginning, mental clarity. The Chariot's moving you towards that once you take a break and stop getting so much in your head about things. Spirit's coming through, so this is new beginning with this Ace of Swords. What is this Knight of Swords, Spirit? What is this Knight of Swords? And you look at now, the Knight of Swords is moving towards that Ace of Swords. Choosing on the compass of this, the compass on the Knight of Swords, is that you're choosing clarity. You're choosing clarity. And that's exactly it. So with that Knight of Swords is that you're waiting for that big wave to come in, and it's coming fast. Okay, so Wands, again, it's the fire signs of Aries and Leo and Sagittarius, but Three of Wands is almost like a 10. It's the first predecessor. It's a predecessor to the completion of the 10, and it's coming. And Wands are days because it's such a fiery energy, so it could come this week. Okay, Swords are weeks, and Cups are months, and Pentacles are seasons or years. So that's what we look at there. So something's coming as you're choosing clarity and moving away from arguments, trying to make a point. You can't have people to understand you that way, because then you're trying to assert yourself into their reality, and we can't create somebody's reality for them. We can create our own, and we can be influence on others. And so the Queen of Wands, again, with that beautiful, passionate, stable, passionate, creative energy, you have the Knight of Cups. So this is such a beautiful combination right here, because the Knight of Cups is the lover card. Loves to love, to love, to love, to love. It doesn't mean that, because he's got his roses in his hand, he's like, hey, maybe it could be a date, somebody asking you on a date. Could be, hey, after that, stepping back, having mental clarity. Then you have the ability to, maybe there's an apology at hand with somebody, and you're able to do that because you have the clarity coming in. So the Knight of Cups, again, could be a creative project, but it's the feelings and emotions of love, applying that with a creative action of the Queen of Wands, that feminine energy. It's such a beautiful combination there with the masculine and the feminine energy of love, and that's the major ingredient of alchemy, is applying love to the situation, and you can't get it wrong. Okay, love the self, loving the self, love the self. You want to feel good. Feeling good is the key. What is this King of Cups, Spirit? Feeling good is the key, because everything else goes into place that way. You step away from the situation, get a different perspective on it, get a bigger perspective of it. King of Cups, what is we looking at here, Spirit? Sometimes it's just good take a day or two, maybe go on that vacation. If you're married, if you have a spouse, or if you have somebody that's with you all the time, you see each other all the time, it's good sometimes to just take a night out, take a day off, and get a different perspective. Okay, so then we have the King of Cups, again with the fire sign. So we have, it's a pair. It's like the yin yang sign, the dark and the light. We have the water with the fire. Okay, so putting out that high emotional energy that might be getting too fiery, that fuddles up the energies and can really mess with ourselves and then other relations with others. So the King of Cups, again, is that masculine water energies. And with the Nine of Wands, you're almost there. Keep going. But she's looking back. She's like kind of checking her back a little bit. And, when you trust Source, you don't need to do that. When you trust in your intuition, you don't need to do that. Okay? So that's why it's so important with this third eye chakra, is that we have support, our intuition, our inner knowing, the imagination and psychic powers. So you're tapping into it with the High Priestess over here to clarify that card. So this is very beautiful reading showing up for this week. Emotions are high, but you have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. That is giving you the mental clarity to cool down those thoughts that charge emotions that don't serve you. And that's that alchemical process that we need to do in order to maintain a balance. Again, it's a moment to moment daily thing that we do here in this realm to be able to find that balance when we feel like we're thrown off. Spirit, what final messages do we have for this reading? What are we looking at here, Spirit? Okay, and then we have a new beginning. So it is a new beginning this week. The Fool card is saying that there's something new happening. You're going to take a different approach to things. If you're tapped into this reading and you claim this reading to be yours, you claim it. What other messages we have? Final messages we have, Spirit? If you're claiming this reading and applying what is being said within these beautiful messages from Source, then that is so, and so it is. Too many cards, Spirit. What final messages do we have here? What final messages coming in here, Spirit? Oh, what we got right here? Okay, we got the Queen of Cups. So we have a pair. We have the King of Cups here and the Queen of Cups right here. So that's that feminine, water, emotional energies, new beginning off into mastery, a feminine, intuitive approach to cooling the flames. What is this Queen of Cups? We'll do one more. If you look at the color of the cards, we have a lot of fire and water. Sometimes it doesn't mix, but that's like the vinegar and the oil, But then sometimes that water can cool down the flames. And the flames can set the water to a boil so it can make you move into a different direction. Normally it wouldn't be so. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, perfect. The Ten of Pentacles is that happy ever after card. So that's what we're looking at. So I feel that some of you, again, are having emotional upheaval in relationships with others. Could be a significant other, a spouse or a partner, or it could be work partners too, because the Ten of Pentacles meaning that, of the earth plane, finances, career, it could extend off into work partners you might be having disagreements with or whatever, but the Ten of Pentacles coming is a completion of that. It is the happily ever after card. So again, once you apply what the messages are here saying to you, and take good deep breaths, guard your thoughts, and watch how you're feeling, it'll work out. That's what these messages are saying. Such beautiful messages, they really are. What oracle wants to come into this? We're going to draw a couple oracles and then close up the reading. What oracle wants to come in here, Spirit? Please. Okay, there's too many. Spirit, show us clearly. Show us clearly, Spirit. Okay, there we go. A new romantic cycle begins, and that's exactly what we're talking about. And look at, it says new moon in Libra, but there's that new moon. Libra is an air sign, and we're the Cancerian signs more emotional. The air signs more of like, that's where the Ace of Swords comes in, and it's beautiful. The Ace of Swords giving us that mental clarity. So there you have it. A new romantic cycle begins, and put the pieces where they go for you. Okay. What other oracle message do we have here? Spirit? It's essentially that relationship with yourself and yourself. It really is fundamental. It really needs to happen in order to have strong relationships with others. What would that Abraham and Hicks always says, Abraham through Esther always says, looking for love in the wrong places. We tend to do that. We expect others to perform for us, to be, if they do the right thing, then we'll be happy. We're trying to people please or have them please us, and then and then we'll be happy. But it doesn't work like that. It's the alchemical process within that works the best. And when we work with spirit and we have that real tight relationship with ourself, that's where the magic always starts. Always. Okay, so what do we have here, Spirit? We have self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others again. Oh, that's beautiful. You can't make this stuff up. Do you? Do you? Work with yourself, work with spirit, is always looking forward through your eyes, through your heart space, applying that tender touch of love for the self, and everything else will follow and work itself out. What final messages we have? I have this beautiful new dragon oracle deck. I really wanted to apply it today. Okay. What final messages do we have here, Spirit? Messages do we have? Close up this reading. We're always a half hour here. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer. Thank you for staying. If you do require a personal reading, please follow the description, the messages in the description, and I'll get you going. I also do other very potent healing services besides tarot and oracle readings, so if that's something you require, please contact me. And again, everything's in the description. What messages do we have here, Spirit? I'm going to stop right there. Deep blue dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected and walk on a path of light. And again, look at that blue over the fire. We have like the water to the fire. So it's a theme that's been running throughout this, again, with the Cancerian moon, the new moon coming at us. Let's do one more of these. Why not? It's important that the emotions can run on high right now. So sometimes it's not a good time to act. Again, emotions can be irrational if you will let that run your show. So step back, take a different approach, and that's what we're looking at back here. That's the theme of this reading. Step back and take a different approach to things. And then we have the pure white dragon. Ooh, this is a delicious card right here. Transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. And let your wings of light grow and expand. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Thank you so much for tuning in here. And may you have a beautiful week. Many blessings.